Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Spaceman filling in today for the Halfling and the Spaceman. And today we are catching up with Oh Hi Mark, streamer and fan extraordinaire, who joined us back on our show back in October. So, how you doing this evening, Mark?
I'm doing real well, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. So, what have you been up to?
So, the new thing in my life is that I've gotten into filmmaking as a producer. I'm on my second film. We just shot it back in November 11th and 12th, and it's called Bobby Came Home. Now, this is a Stranger Concepts production. So, if you know Dave Harlequin, he's the person who wrote and directed the film. He did this in association with Mad One Films and Oh Hi Mark Productions. It's a festival short, and as I said, it was written and directed by Dave. Dave Harlequin has done all sorts of really cool stuff. The last short that he had out on tour was called Three Quarters, and this was a really tear jerking, uh, hit you in the feels kind of short. This one is more of a horror suspense kind of thing, and it's really a lot of fun. It's got a really cool twist at the end, and I got to not just be the producer, but also went down and worked as crew for the 2-day shoot. I got to meet the entire cast and crew and had a lot of fun. And this is my second film that I've been an executive producer or producer on. The first one was a Mad Ones film called The Blue-Eyed Boy and Mr. Death. That one's already in post-production. I got to see a rough cut of that, actually, and it is excellent. That's another one that's going to hit you right in the feels. Got a supernatural element to it, but it's not really horror or suspense. It's all about loss and moving on and that sort of thing. And uh, Jason Buterin, who did the movie, is just excellent. And this Blue Boy and Mr. Death is fun. But the one that we just finished up on, uh, Bobby Came Home, this was such a good experience for me. I've been in front of the camera a couple of times. This is my first time working behind the scenes. I did Crafty and helped get everybody to their spots and all that kind of stuff, and just made sure that everybody did everything they were supposed to do to work on the production, that sort of thing, and then got to see the whole thing come together. It was a 2-day shoot, including some nighttime shoots outside. They had really professional lights and all that kind of stuff. I just had a blast. So the short stars, Ariana Tysinger and Blair Hoyle. Blair Hoyle and Dave have worked together quite a bit, and Blair is a screenwriter who works out in California. He's pretty cool. And not only did it had star those two, it also featured Jordan Willis, Sammy Castle, and Bill Mulligan. And then Jesse Knight, whom everybody knows, was the director of photography. So excellent cast, excellent crew, excellent first time being behind the scenes, second time being the producer on a film, and it was so spectacular. It's going to be out in 2024. So if you see that Dave Harlequin is presenting something in 2024, go see it. I got to see this thing come together, and he really did such an excellent, excellent job. Uh, so
Well,
that's what I had to say about the new movie.
that sounds like it's kind of a break, though, from the movies you've been associated with in the past. You've been dealing with horrible movies with wonderful people. Now you're doing a wonderful movie with horrible people, or maybe wonderful movie with wonderful people.
Well, I don't know. I'll call Dave a wonderful person, but I don't think he'd call himself that. He is a whole lot of fun to work with. I've been doing the con scene with him for years. He's been coming to Mysticon and Con Carolinas, Congregate, all the Mid Atlantic cons that we all frequent. He is always there. Always a lot of fun. I've done panels with him. He's actually been on Terrible Movies with Wonderful People, and I filmed three quarters. I screened three quarters when uh, on my series as one of the independent filmmaker breaks that we take. But yeah, so this was a big departure from what I'm known for. I'm known for the terrible movies. We still do that, but this going into the creative side, not just critique, but creation, is something that I've been wanting to do. Dave and Jason gave me the opportunity, and they have been great stewards of the money I've been able to raise and put into the projects.
Good deal. Good deal. So, is the movie going to premiere at any of the conventions you attend?
Uh, so after it is done, it has to be submitted. So there's no way for us to know yet where it might premiere. So as far as what festival it might get into or might not get into, that all depends upon the judges and what they want to see that particular series and what that festival is known for. As far as the Blue-Eyed Boy and Mr. Death, given what it's about and how good it is, I'm going to say it's probably going to be in several festivals throughout. As far as Bobby Came Home, uh, it's not as far along as Blue-Eyed Boy and Mr. Death. It's shot considerably later. So we'll have to see if it's going to be ready for the spring or summer.
Well, you know, the spaceman
But
loves a good party. Is there going to be a launch
yes,
party for this movie?
there
Is
absolutely will be a launch party for both movies.
I'm
So
expecting
as soon
media
as we find out
passes.
exactly when they're premiering, you'll have backstage passes to the entire event.
Awesome. Awesome. I thank you, and the halfling thanks you.
All right. Now, I did actually have one other thing I wanted to talk about,
Sure,
and
bring it
that is
on.
I'd like to cordially invite you and the halfling to come be on my show on an upcoming Sunday.
That will be great. Just let us know when, and hopefully, we won't schedule any interviews to clash with it.
Uh, I absolutely will. I will work with the halfling to find a date that works for you guys, and we'll have you on sometime in the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So, tell us about your convention presence for the rest of the year.
So the first one I'm doing is Convivial, which is in January. So just 5 weeks from now will be my first appearance. I am a guest there, and I will be doing whatever it is they ask me to do. I assume panels and that sort of thing. This is a first year convention, and I'll be there. After that, I will be at uh, Retcon, which is in the first weekend in March this year. It's usually the last weekend of February, but it's the first weekend of March this year. I'll also be a guest there. Then after that will be RavenCon. That is my home convention. I don't think I'm a guest there this year. I was last year, and they do try to keep the guests fresh. So I'll be there. Hopefully, I'll get to be involved with the charity auction, and I'm going to have some fun. I've already got a hotel room, ticket, all that kind of stuff. After that, I'll be moving on to uh, uh, Con Carolinas, Congregate, and Crash City Con in May, July, and August, respectively. So that's
Yeah,
my
we need
con schedule as I know it.
yeah, we need to check into going to Crash City Con because we've heard really good things. And you know, Janet and I are
Uh,
both tabletop gamers from way back.
and there's all sorts of tabletop games there. Last year, I got to play 3 different gaming systems in addition to hosting 2 Magic the Gathering tournaments. So I was one of the hosts for the tournaments that we held. That was a lot of fun. And I got to play in 3 different game systems. I did Star Wars: Edge of the Galaxy. I did D&D 5th edition, and I did another one whose name is escaping me right now, but it was really cool, and I actually went out and bought it right after I got done playing it. Numenera is what it was called. So we played Numenera. That was awesome. So I highly recommend Crash City Con. If you guys make it up here, I'd definitely love to take you guys out to dinner, that sort of thing. So just let me know.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, we haven't been up the Roanoke way since Mysticon. Mysticon 29
2019,
20. Actually, we missed 2019,
2020.
so it was 2018. 2018, yeah.
Okay, you didn't make 2020.
That did not no, we made 2019, but we did not make 2020. I got
Gotcha.
ridiculously sick and could not go. But anyway, we're coming time to
Yeah, didn't we
what
all?
it's about time for us to wrap up and say our goodbyes. So tell me, before we do, what's the next horrible movie?
The next horrible movie, we don't decide till tomorrow. So the
Okay.
problem with doing this is we are at the mercy of Amazon Prime, and
Hmm.
Amazon Prime does not warn you when they're rotating movies. So, on more than one occasion, I have made the decision for the movie. It was there on Saturday when I looked, and then Sunday it was gone. They had rotated it out. So to mitigate that, we have gone down to uh, a 4-day window.
Okay.
The movie that I'm lobbying for is Wagons East. It was the
Oh,
last movie that John Candy shot. It flopped horribly, but there are some funny moments to it. But it's also fun to watch this and see how good it could have been.
right.
I've seen it 5 or 6 times. It's not a good movie, but there is a little bit of brilliance to it. Plus, it is the last thing that John Candy did. It's not the last thing that was released. They actually released Canadian Bacon after, but this was the last movie he actually made. And there is something sort of nostalgic and sweet about it, even though it is not good.
All right. Do you have anything else you'd like to share with our listeners or viewers?
No, just come watch me. Come to Twitch and watch me. Tell me what you like, what you don't like, and maybe play one of the games that have been sponsoring me here lately. So I've had a few sponsors, which is kind of exciting.
How can
And
people find you on
come.
Twitch?
So it's oh hi Mark 76, and each one is separated by an underscore. So it's underscore hi underscore Mark underscore 76. Or you can just go to my website and it tells you um, all my socials. And that's ohhimarkonline.com.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Mark, thank you so much for joining us today. And we look forward to seeing you at least a couple of conventions in the future. And we can get together and we can talk about streaming and the internet and good movies and bad movies and all the other things.
Absolutely. I guess I'll be seeing you at Retcon.
You will definitely be seeing us at Retcon.
Awesome.
All right, everyone. Thank you. And a special thank you to Oh Hi Mark, streamer, fan, gamer, lover of bad movies, and now maker of good movies. Everyone, have a great week, and I'll see you next weekend.
Thank you very much.